Lilac Kitty has all types of Reddit stories that will make you think, cry and laugh. Only real stories.
AITA for telling my brother's children why I treat them different from my Niblings? I 47 need some perspective from people outside of the family and was recommended this place. So here's the story. Over 20 years ago I found out that my brother Joe, 45 meters, was sleeping with my then fiancé Kelly 47. I literally caught them in my bed when I came home early and I did not respond well. My brother and ex apologized and begged for forgiveness, but I wanted nothing to do with them. A couple of months later Kelly found out that she was pregnant and admitted that she didn't know who the father was, so we took a DNA test when her child Amy 23 was born. Joe was the dad, and because of that my parents decided to forgive Joe, because they wanted to involved with their first grandchild. A part of me was hurt, but I didn't blame them and only asked that they respect that Joe was dead to me. Eventually, I married my wife Jane 45, and we've created a great life for ourselves. Joe has tried to reconciliation, and was denied every time. He wasn't invited to my wedding, he had to hear about the birth of my children from people. We was never welcome at my home, and the only time we were in a shared space was for funerals of mutual relatives, and I just avoided or tuned him out. A consequence of this was that I wasn't involved in the lives of his children Amy, Jr., 20 meters, Val, 18F, or Tim, 15 meters. My parents have never asked me to be present in the children's lives, but that have talked about them numerous times, and I can tell that they want me to be involved with them because they see how good I am to my Niblings on my wife's side. I have a small, but lucrative business, and set up college funds for each of them, taken them on big family vacations, example, Disney World, Hawaii, Argentina, etc., attended almost every special event, birthday and graduation, and agreed to be their guardians if my Sil, wife's sister, or Bill, wife's brother, were unable to. I guess the lack of attention and financial support is starting to get to Joe's children because 3/4 of them have asked why I'm not a part of their lives or seem to care about them. I explained that while I don't hate them, I don't really feel a familial connection, but it's not their fault. I was surprised when they asked why, because I thought, since all of them were either adults or almost an adult, that they would finally be told the truth. I told them what went down between their father and I all those years ago, and how there was no way I could be as attentive of an uncle to them without re-establishing some type of contact with Joe. That was not something that I was willing to do. I didn't hear from them, but about a week later I got an angry call from my mom saying that Joe's children are all upset with for getting cheated out of a better life. My mom said that I should have told her or my dad before telling them the truth, and how Amy's siblings are also blaming her too. It wasn't my intention to start a fight, I was just being honest without thinking about it. AITA? ETA forgot to mention this earlier, but Amy is Joe and Kelly's only child together. Junior, Val, and Tim have a different mother. ETA 2, from my understanding all that was told to the children was that Joe and I got into a huge fight years ago and that I refused to accept his apology. They were fishing for more information and didn't understand what could have happened that was so bad that refused to even speak to his children if it wasn't illegal. ETA 3, I keep seeing the same/similar questions, so I will further explain. My parents don't know about the college fund, so there's no way they could have told Joe or his children. When Joe's children reached out, they said that they saw pictures of me with my family for special events, birthdays, vacations, and other things, and wondered why I wouldn't do those things with them. I stopped hating Joe years ago, but that doesn't mean I love or trust him again, and never want him in my life for any reason. I am open to having a relationship with Joe's children, if they want, but it will have to be without their father being involved in any way. Something that would not have been possible while they were growing up. Because they were all minors. Kelly and Joe were never romantically involved, and said that what they did was just physical and it resulted with a child.